What's up, everybody? Durkey here, coming at you with a video that I actually was not planning on doing today, but I had an epiphany, an idea, a thought, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Of course, I'm going to be talking about the Dick with Butt price chart. I'm going to be talking about memes. I'm not just going to be talking about Dick with Butt. I'm going to be talking about a broad, overall, in general idea of memes. Okay? This video is not just about what makes a good meme or what is a meme or all this nonsense or like where the market is going. This is like an idea, a concept that I feel like I've stumbled across now, and I have to share it with you guys before I forget it, before I don't talk about it. I need to talk about it with you guys so that way you guys can understand and maybe get like a new idea, new perspective on the market and memes as a whole. Let's dive right the fuck into it. So check this out. We have the DWB Dick with Butt price chart as fucking always. We were sitting in this wedge, and the thing is yesterday we had a massive poopy butthole decide to shit all over our fucking market. And the thing is, I was like, who in the fuck in the right mind is selling right now before we're about to go parabolic as fuck? Okay, Bitcoin is hitting all-time highs. Ethereum is starting to pop off. Everything is lining up exact. I don't think you understand how dead spot on I've been with predicting this shit. I'm like, bro, okay, Bitcoin's going to pop off. Next, it'll be Ethereum. Once Bitcoin hits this, Ethereum will pop off next. Okay? Once that happens, we just have to wait to see what happens with this court case with Richard Hart, which, I mean, let's be honest, it looks at this point it might get dismissed. You know, it's probably going to. Why in the fuck would you sell any meme coin right now? But of course, people do what people do, and they have doubts and whatever. And of course, now, today, we have been eating that shit back up. We are back above. See, the thing is even though we had a dump, we never broke back below this descending wedge, and we are back above it again, which is, again, it's still bullish as all hell. That's extremely bullish. That is very, very good. That's what we want to see. So far, this is not bearish at all. This is very bullish. I can see us start to have this pattern here where we continue back up. And then, of course, over time, we'll see this, you know, giant parabola going up to the all-time high, maybe correcting a little bit, and then skyrocketing up into 2025. I can absolutely see that. Anyone who's selling now is about to regret it. It's going to be a massive regret for them forever, probably. But let's talk about something, okay? I've always said, when you look at markets, that you don't really know. I say that a lot. You don't know. You don't know what's going to happen, right? And the epiphany came to me as I was watching the movie Spaceballs, funny enough. If you've never seen that, it is the parody movie on Star Wars that came out long time ago. Old fucking movie. I think it was like the 80s or some shit like that when it came out. It's a funny movie. It's worth a watch if you've never seen it. Anyway, this movie, there is a scene at the very end. Spoiler warning. Spoilers, everybody, for the movie that's like 40 fucking years old. If you haven't seen it, go fucking watch it, but I'm going to spoil it for you guys. There is an end scene where Lone Star and Dark Helmet, you know, duke it out at the end. And he goes, "Wait, before I battle you, there is something I must tell you," right? And now you're thinking it's a Star Wars parody, right? And it's Dark Helmet, who's supposed to be Darth Vader, and Lone Star, who's supposed to be basically Luke, like a weird mixture between Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, because they didn't have the budget to make both. Anyway, it was this thing where it's like, okay, he's gonna say, "I am your father," something along those lines, you know what I mean? Because that's the classic, you know, Luke, "I am your father," right? Well, he doesn't say that. He says,
"Before you die, there is something you should know about us, Lone Star."
What?
"I am your father's brother's nephew's cousin's former roommate."
What's that make us?
Absolutely nothing.
I am your cousin's, sister's, aunt's, uncle's, brother's former roommate. And he goes, well, what the fuck does that make us? And he's like, absolutely fucking nothing. Now, what does this have to do with fucking anything? What does this have to do with anything? I've said this before, and it is a famous saying in markets that markets repeat, but they don't rhyme, right? You know, when you're listening to something like that, when you're listening to a parody of Star Wars, you don't expect him to necessarily say something too outrageous. It's going to be something along the line of, I am related to you in somehow. Usually that's how that line almost always goes. You're not expecting it to be something like, by the way, I need to, before we do this, I need to tell you, I am late for a meeting at 3:00. Can we reschedule this for later? That would still be funny, but it's not the same. We're not expecting that. And it's the same thing with markets. Like, we expect things to happen. We expect them to go up because we triangle them out and such, or we'll draw these giant parabolas. We'll draw these squiggly lines on a chart, as Sami likes to call it. But the thing is you never fully know what's going to happen. And that's kind of like where the rhyme comes in. It's like, yes, we can have an idea because we can look at past, you know, I could say like, oh, well, here was a wedge right here way back in the day. Here, you know, we've been going up and we've been sitting on this line forever. We'll probably continue to sit on it. And if we do break below it, we'll go far down. You know, there's all these different things we can point out. Like, I can say, like, during the presidential election in the past, you know, when you're looking at presidential elections, usually we go up after the presidential election. Is it going to play out exactly like that every single time? No. You know, we approached 77K in Bitcoin just yesterday, $77,000, a new all-time high. Actually, we hit $77,000 all-time high. And I said we could probably hit, you know, 70K here probably in about a week. It could happen in a few days where we see that. But of course, you don't know. You don't know. But when you're looking at this stuff, it's all like, does it rhyme? What is the most likely outcome when you're thinking of like a Star Wars parody and they go, you know, Luke, I am your father, or oh, so-and-so, I am your father, so-and-so, I am this, so-and-so, I am that. You know, you expect them to kind of say something along those lines when they're referencing that specific scene in the movie. If they don't do it properly, it's something completely and totally random, kind of like what you got with Spaceballs, where it's like, oh, this was completely unexpected. I didn't expect him to go on that huge tangent like that. You know, or like you don't expect them to be like, I am late for lunch. I left my laundry is in the dryer. I have to go get that real quick. You don't expect them to really say something like that, but it is always in the possibility of things that can be said and can be done. Just like in a market, anything can really be said and done in a market. It doesn't matter what these lines do, but you can look at the past and what things have been done in the past, and you can go, oh, well, that's very, very similar to what I've seen before. You know, it's just like the original Star Wars. You know, I can watch the original movie and be like, oh, yeah, that's probably along the lines of something they're going to do in the parody, you know, but you don't know what they're going to do in the parody until you've watched the parody and see exactly what they say and make for their joke. You know, that's kind of where the comedy comes from. So it's not going to exactly be original, exactly like this fucking chart. You know, it's not going to be exactly like the original Star Wars, but it's going to be something similar. You know, you're going to see a wedge. It's going to break out. You know, we could just send it straight up, or we could have a whale that just decides to dump everything. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of things that could happen. There's a lot of things that could happen in the market, you know, and I don't want to put any negative things out, but, you know, there are still people that are still in the US that, you know, they're having economic problems. Groceries are still twice as expensive as they were like 2 years ago. Gas is still high. You know, harder times could come. And there are people that have said, yes, harder times could still come. Fuck, they could try and assassinate him again. I don't want to put that energy out into the world. I don't want to put that energy out into the world, but it is a possibility. Anything could fucking happen. Now, I wanted to also mention this post by Morales because it kind of ties into this whole idea of like things don't copy each other, but they rhyme. Okay. Because I want to talk about Dick with Butt and like different memes, not just, you know, popular memes or not just what makes a meme good, but like really a new in-depth thesis as to like just memes in overall in how they become successful. So let me look at this. Okay. Make some noise if you find DWB hilarious. Just to come up with something like that, there should be an award for this shit. Dickwithbutt.com, who's the author? They're asking who made it. Obviously, Too Spooky made it. So if Morales wants to watch this video and figure out who made this, it's Too Spooky. It's this person right here. If you didn't know, he's the creator of Dick with Butt. I, however, am what I like to jokingly call the largest content creator of Dick with Butt. I run around as a giant dick with a butt and act like a buffoon and blow shit up and shoot shit for fun. Here's the thing. When you're looking at Dick with Butt and you're looking at a lot of these other creatures and characters and stuff from meme coins, look back at Doge. Okay? Look back at Doge. Doge was the original like dog coin. It was an original meme. And that was, you can say, for instance, that's almost like Star Wars, right? It was like the Star Wars of meme coins. Like it was the original. And then everything else was a parody of it. Okay? So, but what a lot of these coins did is now you see is like this inflow of just nothing but fucking dog tokens, right? You see all these dog coins coming out. And it's like if Spaceballs came out and instead of coming up with like some original joke, like I am your brother's uncle's sister's cousin's former blah, 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 right? Instead of doing that, they just go, oh, by the way, Lone Star, I am your father. Well, I mean, it's still kind of funny, but like it doesn't really hit like that originality of that joke hit. You know what I mean? Because they put their own creative spin on that joke. They didn't just copy paste what was said. And I feel like that's what a lot of these dog coins do, what a lot of these animal coins do, is they're literally just copy paste of the same fucking joke over and over again. We've heard it a million fucking times. It starts to just become, is cliche the right word? It becomes like mundane. It's like, it's the same fucking thing over and over again. Whereas something like Dick with Butt is something fresh. It's something new. It's different. It is an original meme. It is an original meme. And the thing is like, what I've found is that because it's an original meme, you've seen a lot of people kind of pick up and be like, oh, here's some other things. Like I've seen like probably 5, 6, 7 different kinds of DWB like clones that are all just kind of like piggybacking off of what Dick with Butt is. And that's fine. That's cool. But it's the same thing. It's like making a parody for Star Wars, but then not doing anything with the original idea. It's just kind of like, oh, by the way, so-and-so, I am your father, and not creating that original idea behind that joke, behind that comedy. You know what I'm saying? So you have to take the meme, you have to take the ideas, and you have to spin them and twist them in your own way. And I feel like that's really what makes something different, what makes something unique. Because Pepe, Dick with Butt, Doge, they're all their own entities. They're all their own ideas. They're all their own like characters and designs. Like they are the original. So like DWB, Dick with Butt, that is the original idea. That is the original meme. So that's why I feel like it is going to be the most sticky, and everyone else is copycatting off of it. And they're making their own things, their own ideas, their own spins on it and stuff like that. I feel like that is kind of why Dick with Butt becomes more successful, is because it is the original. It is the original idea. It is the original meme. And I feel like that's what makes it funny. And then there are spins on DWB, like Tits with Vag, I feel like is a lot cleverer or more clever of an idea than, say, some of these other tokens that I'm not going to name, but there are some that are out there where it's like, it's literally just Dick with Butt. You know what I mean? Like, it's just Dick with Butt, but different, you know? So I like those ideas too, and there are some that I'm going to talk about in the future coming up here, but not in this video. This is just like an idea, like a thought experiment for you guys of what makes a meme good, what makes it sticky with somebody, and what makes it like original, and what makes it good, and what makes like a good parody, what makes a meme fresh and new, is giving it that creative spin, not necessarily being the same, but rhyming with it. You know, you're not fully copying something, you're creating something new and original, but also at the same time, you don't have to create something new and original. You just have to make it different enough to where it becomes something where it's like completely unexpected. Basically, if I were to sum it all up, if say something like Doge is like Star Wars, then Dick with Butt would maybe be like Stormtroopers, or maybe like Star Trek or something like that would be Pepe. It's something like that. Like they're original ideas. They kind of fall in that same genre of idea or of meme or something, like of coin, but it's different enough to where you have like a full-fledged idea there. But then if you're going to parody off of something, it needs to be something that's new enough and original enough of an idea that it really starts to stick with somebody, and like it's not just a complete copy paste of something else. And so another one I want to talk about is Mog. So yes, this is my beautiful face with the betoved sticker on my forehead because I betoved. Anyway, and my Pit Viper glasses for the Mogged. The other coin that I want to talk about is Mogged. Now, Mog, I haven't talked about it quite yet, and I'm not going to look at the chart for it or anything like that, but I do want to talk about it as far as a coin and an idea, because it fits very well into kind of like this thesis and idea of stuff. And also a little bit about what Morad would think about it, because Morad has this thought on meme coins as, because you look at Doge, it's the icon is a dog. That's the mascot, right? You look at Pepe, Pepe is the mascot of Pepe, right? You look at Dick with Butt, you know, Dick Butt is the mascot for that token, right? Mog doesn't necessarily have a mascot. I guess you could say that the Pit Viper glasses are kind of the mascot, or the cat is. But really, Mog is a saying. It's an idea. And that's something that Morad has talked about. And it is something that is original enough that I feel like it's got its stickiness. And let me explain. So Morad talks about that memes are going to evolve beyond just these like characters and these creatures like cats and dogs, because that's usually what you think of when you think of a meme token. You think of a dog token. That's typically what comes to most people's minds. And he said, we're going to move away from that. And instead, what you're going to have is you're going to have ideas. You're going to have movements created out of meme coins. And really, I feel like Mog is not really a character. Mog is an idea. Mog is a movement. Mog is a saying. Like, Mog, like you're mogging on someone. You know what I mean? You're winning. You're fucking winning hard. We're not just going to win. We are going to mog. You know what I mean? Like it is an idea. It is an expression. It is the evolution of memes. It is what you would say like meme coins with these characters. They were the Star Wars. Mog has become that Spaceballs equivalent of, it has taken the formula and spun it in a new creative way that has changed the landscape of memes probably forever, because it is an idea. It is a meme coin that is based on an idea and not just a meme, and it is very successful at what it's doing. So Mog, I feel like, is one of those few coins out there that is actually, it's starting a movement. Kind of like how I tried to do that with Dick with Butt, and I'm still doing that with Dick with Butt, and saying like we are the meme army and everything like that. We're still like, we are the Dick with Butt army. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like how I did that with Dick with Butt, but now they don't even need a mascot for that. It is just the movement. It is the idea. That's what I like about Mog. Mog is a very cool idea for a token, and it's being very successfully pushed out on the market, and I see a lot of high potential for Mog. But I see a lot of high potential for a lot of these coins, especially if they have like really good originality behind them. Like if they have like that thing, like it's not just the same thing over and over and over again. It is a new creative spin on something. It is a new creative spin on what is going on and innovating in memes, not just copy pasting the same thing over and over again. You know, it is a leader in what is going on. It is not a follower. It is not a copycat. It is actually providing something new to the market. So, and like that, like I said, it's not copying Star Wars. It is being the parody of Star Wars. Basically, it is not trying to be some knockoff Star Wars movie. It is trying to be a parody or trying to be some sort of like idea that's similar to it, like some sort of like massive spin-off, and it's different enough in a way to where you can distinguish the two. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much about it. I didn't plan on making this video today, but I had this epiphany, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Tell me what you guys think below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, everything down below. Show me you guys want this fucking content. Show me the fucking love, baby. Of course, as fucking always. More meme videos are coming soon. I'm really glad that you guys liked that video that I posted yesterday. It was a lot of fun to make. It was awesome. Everyone in the community, thank you for contributing. And of course, as fucking always, none of this is financial advice. Do your own fucking research. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace.